Let's start, Coach, with your assessment of this game tonight.
That was quite an effort there. That's the guys gave everything they had. It was a terrific bench. Players sticking together, paying the price. We knew this was a big, tough, physical team. We met that physicality right from the beginning. You saw Dion go at it. We saw guys finishing their checks first on puck. You saw Mike Hoffman there taking checks to be first on puck. All the things that we wanted to correct from the last game. It was all there. The effort, the attitude, the work ethic, the discipline, and how we wanted to play. We wanted to be on top of them. We were on top of them. That was Eric's best game of the season. He was outstanding, our goalie was good. Like it's tough now because we've deserved the breaks in this one, just like we've deserved in some other games before, and they're not coming. That's the difficult part right now. That's the mental part that we have to fight right now. It's what we need to correct from last game we did, but right now at some point, of course, we need that. We need the same opportunities to trickle 2 inches to the left instead of to the right, and so on. And we had our guys battling at the net. We had our guys fighting, getting rebounds, screening, tipping, forcing themselves in. It was all there, except we couldn't put it in. Their goalie played outstanding, and that's what's happening right now. The breaks are tough, so we wanted to bounce back in terms of our attitude, work ethic, and our discipline from the last game, and we did.
How much of tomorrow's game is a test of character as well, then?
Well, it's a back-to-back. It's in their barn. They're not on a back-to-back, and we got to reload, replenish here, and go back at it with the character that we had tonight, and the togetherness that we had tonight. The attitude and everything that we're going to need for tomorrow. It's going to be very tough, but all the games are very tough right now, and we just got to keep pulling in the same direction that we had tonight.
You commented on the captain's efforts the last couple of games here. How is this a situation now that you're in that you really do have to let the leaders lead and have others follow?
You know what? Nobody follows. This is a time for everybody to lead in their own way, whether it's me, whether it's the rest of the staff, whether it's the players, forwards, defensemen, goaltenders. In those moments, you need everybody to lead in what they can do best. And right now, that's what I saw tonight. The guys, that's what they were doing. So that's why it's more disappointing when you know that you're deserving better. But that's where you create your breaks. When you continue and you stick to that and you display that character, and everybody pushes in the right direction. I mean, right now that was a room that's as together as I saw our team, even compared to last year. Like this was there was a soul in there. There was a battle. There was fight. Terrific on the bench amongst each other. So that's what we need, and it's not because we have that we're necessarily going to win the game. There's a great opponent on the other side that's fighting, and they fought hard on the other side. You got to give credit to them. They're a good team. They got some players back yesterday and today, and they also played hard. And so, it was hard against hard, and they got the upper hand in terms of the result.
Speaking of fight, are you getting an indication or a peek at players who might be fighting some confidence issues?
Well, that's what happens over time. Is with the same opportunities that usually you have a bit more poise with, or a bit more. Sometimes you take a bit more time, or the opposite. You're quicker to. Right now, you have a tendency to be a little tense. You have a tendency to feel that that's the only chance that that you're gonna. If you miss it, we're doomed kind of attitude. So that's what we have to battle right now. Is we're going to get other chances if we fight this way. We're going to get opportunities to for our players to build their confidence up. So right now it hasn't been, except for the last game, it hasn't been the number of scoring chances. It hasn't been even tonight. Basically have 30 and they got 22 or something like that. So it's not in terms of the numbers, not even in terms of the quality. It's finishing right now. We're missing the finishing.
Breakdowns, I guess.
Yeah, but they're not very big breakdowns. I mean, the guy didn't even know where he was passing. He just threw it in front of the net, and it went right on the guy's stick. So, that's a hard one to read for somebody that's defending, because you're defending against something that, it's where the guy's looking, where it's looking like it's going to go, and all of a sudden, he twists and just shoves it inside, and and that's what happens. And on the second one, you know, that puck was rimmed around, and instead of, if you look at the video, if it was coming out, we had a 2-on-1, and instead, you know, they stop it, comes back in, and we pay for it. So we made very little mistakes today. If you, like, we were looking at the video now, we made very little mistakes, but they cost us, and that's what's happening right now. We're getting a lot of these high-end scoring chances that we haven't been putting in for a while now, except for the Islanders game, and the opposite. You know, the opponent seems to get those breaks that hurt us. And so, you know, that's where we're fighting now. But apart from last game against Winnipeg, the rest of the games where the guys are in fighting mode, they're in battle mode, they're in togetherness mode, and that's how we're going to continue to grow.